combat phase is slightly different in the fact of, for activations, it goes active player, so me, and then non-active player, so it would be Duncan, back to me, back to Duncan, so far and so on. Unless there's any strike first or strike last, cover those later.
So you start off by doing any combat abilities, starting with Robin as the active player.
I do not have any combat abilities.
So I have one with these. So they get to roll a dice, and on a 3-up, you are -1 from your hits when you're targeting that unit.
Brilliant. So it's my activation. So I currently have 2 units in combat. I can choose to activate either of them. I'm going to choose to activate the Vanquishers first, and I'm going to choose to activate on Duncan's Gut Rippers. So it's important that I declared what I'm activating against, because now you get to make a 3-inch movement with that unit. It's a pile-in move, and with a pile-in move, every model can move 3. You don't necessarily have to, but they have to move 3 inches closer to the unit or the same distance away. So I could not pile in like that. I have to pile in towards Duncan, and I need to because my back guys there can't fight. So we're just going to pile in a little bit for your 3 inches to make sure everyone can fight.
So Robin has fallen into my trap, and by doing that, he has now dragged this unit that was before outside of 3 inside 3, which means this unit is now classed as being in combat and will get to attack, which he wouldn't before that pile-in move.
Yes. It's almost like it was planned.
Definitely not planned.
The only other thing with pile-ins is you can't leave combat. So I have 5 Vanquishers. They get 2 attacks each for their attack profile. Typically 3s and 3s. But Duncan has poisoned me.
I think I made a big noise at you.
Oh.
Distracted you.
So I am 4s and 3s. So 4s to hit. Ooh, still a pretty good roll.
Yep, only saved the 1.
And I am 3s to wound. Ooh. So that is 5 at 1 rend.
So my normal save will be a 5. As he has 1 rend, I am now saving on a 6. And I do not save any.
And my Vanquishers have a combat ability. That is, if at the start of the combat, the unit that they are facing has 5 or more models, which that unit does, they become damage 2 instead of damage 1. So that is 10 damage.
Which, I don't have a ward, is that entire unit gone. And unfortunately, because they have died before they got to attack, they will now not get to attack at all. So now it is my activation. As I said, I can't use the unit that's been destroyed, so I have 2 options now. Now, because this unit has not attacked me yet, I will go with my champion. And I've decided I don't want to pile in anymore because there's no advantage to me going anywhere else. So he'll just go straight into his attacks. His first attack, he is hitting on 3s. Now, he has crit mortals. Now, some attacks in the game, he has crit mortals. There are crit auto wound and crit 2 hit. So for this particular one, it means that dice there has done some mortal damage and will bypass his saves and go straight to ward if he has any.
Yep, so importantly, Duncan does not need to make a wound roll for that dice. That attack sequence has ended.
So I've got 2 that went through that wound on 3s, which don't wound. So it is only the mortal damage going through there.
So my units have a brilliant armor save of 2+, but because it's a mortal, it buys straight past that, and they don't have a ward, so I just take the damage.
So 2 damage going through.
So they luckily have 3 health each.
Now, luckily for me, this unit actually has 2 attacks, because one is the champion on it, and the other one is the beast. So the beast also gets 2 attacks. So his attacks are 4s. Now, unfortunately for me, he does not have any crit attacks, so they are not mortal wounds. But I did get 2 through. So I wound on 3s. So I have done 1.
Save on 3s. So my unit has a health characteristic of 3. I had 2 from the previous attack. I've taken a further 2. So there is now 4 damage in the damage pool. So it all gets allocated. So he has to take the full 3. And then the 1 spills over onto another one. So going forward, one of my units now only has 2 health.
Robin got to choose which of his models he removed there. So he might have decided he was going to remove that one because it was furthest away, or he might be planning on moving that way, so remove a wider one, depending on what's best for your army at the time.
My activation back then. So they've already fought. They can no longer fight again. So I now have to activate my other unit. Stormcast, so on 3s and 3s. Ooh. And 3s again. So that's 3 at 1 rend.
So he has got a 3-up save, which goes to a 4-up. So 4s. So he saves 1, he takes 2.
I am damaged 2.
Which means he's taken 4. Luckily he has 10, so he is still alive.
So Duncan's activation.
So again, I can't use him. I've got 1 model left. Now I might decide to pile in a bit closer. As it is, I don't really want his models to get in for the next combat easily. So I'm going to stay where I am because even though there's a gap, I'm still within the 3 inches. So he will get to attack. So he hits on 4. He has crit mortals, so there's more mortal damage coming over. So I don't roll those 2 dice, but I do roll these and 3s. So Robin needs to make 1 save at 1 rend.
So 4s, which I do make, thankfully.
So luckily for me, I got 2 mortal damage. So I got 2 through, so it is 2 damage. So that's 4 overall.
That's 4. My models have 2 health each. So I'm going to do something now. I am actually going to kill myself out of combat with Duncan by removing these 2 models.
So now he is outside of 3, which means, yeah, he is out of that combat.
Yeah, so in Duncan's turn, he could potentially move that model, run that model, shoot, anything like that. Or it might mean that he has to charge into me again. There's a few different ways where that's a useful information. That's useful. If I wanted to potentially keep him in combat, to keep him from doing stuff, I would have removed the 2 others.
So that was our combat phase. Watch the next video to find out how the turn ends and how you score your points. We hope you've enjoyed that video. If you've got any questions related to anything Spearhead, drop us a comment and we'll get back to you so you can get on the table rolling those dice.
Save on 3s.
Yep. So you save on 3s.
Save on 3s. Save on a 3. Hey! So that means
we didn't film that multiple times.
Film that.